Give us a little credit for that, I think.
All right, Duke Edsall along with Tony Dawkins and Damon Williams are referees tonight. Howard University in the visiting dark jerseys, navy blue, white trim. Of course, the home jerseys, white being worn by Norfolk State.
Norfolk starts out in man-to-man. Expect to see a lot of defenses out of Coach Evans' squad, starting with pressure man-to-man.
This is Curtis White being guarded by DeLoach. Adrian Collins working. Kirkpatrick holding the ball up high. And the jumper by Thompson is good as a three-pointer. And Howard jumps out to a 3-0 lead.
Good start. They broke down at the end, didn't contest that jump shot. Thompson can make that shot all night long.
But at the other end, DeLoach on his home floor misses on his first shot. Rebound Howard University. White down low. Kirkpatrick changes his mind, puts it in the corner. The jumper is off by Collins, but the offensive boards by Howard. Here comes Pauline. The Spartans of Norfolk State went in a little bit out of control. And a fourth shot goes up by Hampton, but it doesn't fall. Let's look at the keys for tonight's game.
Charlie, Howard's got to get a hot shooting game going on. They're shooting 60% from the free throw line, which is worst in the conference, and 37% from the field. Got to shoot the ball better and try to get some transition baskets. Get defensive for Norfolk State. They had 12 steals, a season high the other day against Hampton. They want to keep that going, and possessions count. They're last in the conference in turnovers with 19. They can't turn the ball over, but yet they've got to force some turnovers.
Hampton with the first free throw. He misses, only shooting 69%. He spent 2 years at Drexel up in Philadelphia before transferring here to Norfolk State. Started 13 games as a sophomore for Drexel. Right now he's at the line. Came in averaging just about 11.4 points per contest. And he makes one of two. Norfolk's on the board. 3-1. That last foul whistled against Paul Kirkpatrick. First foul against either team in the ball game. This one knocked away. Wide open for two. An easy one for Pauline.
And this is what Norfolk State wants to do. Put their full court man pressure on, or their half court traps. Get the ball, get a steal, and score.
And this foul is going to be whistled against the Spartans. Tim Zephyr, the junior out of the Bronx in New York, picks up the personal foul.
Charlie, we talked about making possessions count, and you got to trap the basketball some. Howard's got a job of understanding where the trap areas are, throwing over that or dribbling through those.
That correction, that foul was actually whistled against Michael DeLoach, so he picks up his first. It was not against Zephyr. This one is going to be whistled against Alik Pauline.
The two perimeter players that apply a lot of pressure for Norfolk State, DeLoach and Pauline, picking up two early fouls. Again, Howard's got to understand where the traps are coming from and try to throw over that or either cross-court passes.
And both of those players have fouled out of a game this year. So that's not something Anthony Evans would be too happy with early on. He barely played 2 minutes. And his two-star guards have picked up a foul each.
They're just getting Pauline back into the lineup, having missed 6 games with a broken hand.
And there's a nice block inside by Kyle O'Quinn. O'Quinn came in with 18 blocks. That's number 19 for the year, but here's a turnover. And that one won't go for Mike Phillips, the freshman out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Let's look at the block by O'Quinn and then the turnover.
Well, you talked about O'Quinn having 19 blocks now. He's got great timing at 6'10", just gets up and blocks a shot, and actually got his hand on that second drive a second ago.
Kirkpatrick gets it back outside. Curtis White, who basically a senior, as I mentioned earlier. This should be his team, and one of the things is you see that basket by Thompson that Coach Bill Jackson's not happy about is his senior leadership.
Yeah, he's not really happy with these guys stepping up. But one thing about White, he's a very smart player. He's a seasoned veteran, actually the number 3 scorer on his team, and can make jump shots. You're going to have to guard him. If not, he can bury some threes.
This is the 92nd game that he's played since coming to Howard University, and he started 59 of them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's a guy that's the unsung unsung hero because so many times you talk about, what Phillips, the kid, the freshman, has done, or even Thompson, obviously. You forget about White, but he's had 5 games where he scored in doubles already this year.
And that foul is going to be whistled against Curtis White. His first. Both teams with 2 team fouls early on. 17:06 the time remaining. First substitution in the lineup now. This is for Howard University. Candy McCauley, a senior, who grew up in Brussels, Belgium. Born in Brussels, Belgium. Grew up in the greater Atlanta area. Comes into the lineup. One of those seniors.
Really a physical player. Goes to the glass hard. Keeps his hands active. He'll be involved in some plays.
And that basket by Rob Hampton is good. And we're all tied at 5 apiece. Turnover. Hampton coming up the floor with it. Shake and bake. Puts it up. And it's good.
Nice move. Nice move.
Hampton with the basket. And Norfolk State takes its first lead of the ball game.
Pace of play right now suits Norfolk State. They want to get the ball up court, force some turnovers. Howard on his side, that's going to count. Howard wants to be very patient with what they do.
Well, let's look at one of the earlier baskets in this contest.
Charlie, this is what they want to do. Get in transition. Watch the spin move right there by Hampton. Oh, so soft on the rim. Count that basket. That's my man, Rob Hampton.
Checking the lineup for Norfolk State and the Spartans is Kristen Morris, a sophomore from the Bronx in New York, a transfer from Rutgers. He was late getting into the lineup. Didn't play much in the first semester because of the transfer rules, and he's been a big find for them. He comes in at about 6'9", probably around 240 pounds.
He's played 6 ball games this year. He's been in double figures in all 5 of them. He's physical. He goes to the glass and he's hard. They call him the Beast.
They call him the Beast, and we'll see if the Beast comes to play tonight. I know Anthony Evans is hoping so. Inside to Kirkpatrick. Nice move down the lane for Calvin Thompson. You see why he's their leading scorer. Just 8 games last season, and he was the MEAC Player of the Week this past week. He's been bothered with a shoulder injury.
He had a shoulder surgery last year. Had a knee in the game against A&T. Slowed him down a few minutes. Still ended up with 33 points. But interested in the half-court offense, they go inside to Kirkpatrick. He doesn't really look to shoot very often. And the center cut it down that time, being Thompson for the easy layup.
Here's a free ball, and it falls for Hampton.
Wow. Rob Hampton's really in rhythm right now, and Howard's got to make an adjustment. They put so much pressure trying to guard Deloach, but you forget about the other perimeter guys, and it happens. Rob Hampton can step up and make threes.
You talk about Deloach. He's earned a living against Howard throughout his career since his freshman year, and there's Thompson with 2 more points. He has 11 points already in this ball game. Has he scored all of the points for him?
He's almost, and then whatever you can do, I can do. Deloach on the baseline drive for the school. And these are 2 of the best scorers in this conference, and it's really exciting to see them play, especially on the heels of what Thompson did Saturday against the Aggies.
He did a great job, 33 points. Inside, there's a move, no good. Offensive board, the putback, and the little dipsy-doop shot doesn't fall for Kyle Riley. Junior out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
The Beast played dividends right there and intimidate the shot.
Again, dishing out from the corner. O'Quinn hits the 3.
You wouldn't think Kyle O'Quinn at 6'10" would be a great 3-point shooter, Charlie, but that's his 11th 3 of the year. He can spot up dribble penetration, part of Norfolk State's game. Dribble pin, pop jump shooters out. This time Kyle O'Quinn buries one.
Good move inside by Hampton to draw everybody inside on him, because, again, like you said, a lot of people are not thinking that O'Quinn's going to shoot that one from outside. Shot clock under 10. The long jumper. There's a 3. And that falls for Dadrian Collins, who's shooting 38%.